Alright guys, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and rainbow GOHANKS right here, the fusion of Trunks and Gohan. I love any extra Potara and fusion category units we can get from Dragon Ball Heroes. I think they're badly needed for some of these teams. Again, like the fusion dance category is incredibly limited. It's very, very top heavy. Personally, I think a lot of the GOHANKS have aged a little bit. You know, they can hit hard and stuff, but they're not really the well-rounded, all-around units that a lot of new units are today, right? So, like, I think that does hurt the fusion team a little bit. So, you know, like, new units like GOHANKS or the Xeno GOHANKS and stuff like that that come from Dragon Ball Heroes, I think are actually very important. So, I'm totally good with this. This guy's pretty good. All the Heroes units are really pretty decent, especially this newest batch that came out. So we rainbowed him. Let's go ahead and see how good he is. Alright guys, so we're going to start out on the fusion team, of course, because over here, this is really the big place where I think GOHANKS and, like, you know, Xeno GOHANKS will be able to, you know, not necessarily be like a great addition, but they're nice. They're not bad. So GOHANKS here, he does seal, which is pretty good. And then he gets stronger with attack and defense, because he's only at basically 60k right there. But he gets stronger with attack and defense basically every single time he super attacks. So it's good that he gets a lot of super attacks. I do like that super attack animation too. That does look pretty good. Now the other thing about him too is that he will get an additional super attack if the enemy is in the attack down status. So, you know, we'll want characters on his team that can lower the enemy attack. Now I believe Xeno GOHANKS does lower attack. Let me double check that. Let me fact check that while I'm talking here. But I believe Xeno GOHANKS does actually do that. Lowers attack, so he's a nice little sort of combo unit with this GOHANKS. Yes, he does. And then Xeno GOHANKS, he actually gets the additional super attack if the enemy is sealed. So, like, if you're using the two of them together, they're really going to be able to complement each other well. Okay, so I don't want to get rid of all these guys right here. The reason for that... Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Okay, both Gogetas who will have type advantage no matter what. But I don't want to finish all these, like, Cells and Cell Juniors off super quick because I do have that SCR Super Saiyan GOHANKS in that rotation along with GOHANKS. Because that GOHANKS is a nice support type unit if there's a lot of enemies you're fighting. So, like, that GOHANKS right there is probably going to be my preferred pick, for example, when I'm trying to go for the no item run. For fusion category Super Battle World, which I do think is possible. Gogeta, please relax. Let's chill. Bring it down a notch, Gogeta. We're not worried about you today. Thank you. It's like, oh, here we go. The Gogetas, you know, getting to work here. Okay, so, ooh, this is perfect. Yeah, watch. Okay, so we could do this. This is going to give a little bit of an attack buff. Well, but the other thing is that I've only super attacked once with GOHANKS, right? Like, you know, we're going to want to see him super attack multiple times in order for him to actually be able to, you know, get that full attack and defensive buff of his. Because he's only supered once, and you got to super 4 times in total to get it. I don't actually remember how I built him. Maybe you want to go with additionals, I guess, to prioritize his attack and defense. I mean, it's hard to say because obviously crits are still very important always, right? So I feel like this unit, it's just a matter of what you're, you know, what you want to go for, what you're looking for. The other thing too about this guy, so he's good, but I feel like once he gets his Dokkan Awakening, that's when he's going to be real interesting, right? Like once he actually gets that Dokkan Awakening, once he gets some more stats, you know, his passive is a little bit better. This guy and the Xeno GOHANKS, I think, could be outstanding because right now GOHANKS is at 13,500 attack, which is, it's like 14,000 is really once I start saying units have a good attack stat, right? So he does have a little way to go. Our boy does. Okay, so yeah, we can do this. I don't believe they have any attack links. No, they don't. So we'll try this then. I'll give Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 another super attack here. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, whatever. Because, again, GOHANKS still has a couple of super attacks before he builds up his full passive. So, here he is with 2 super attacks, and he is at 100k defense. Now, I know LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 do give a defensive buff. Does Pandel No, Pandel only gives attack. Okay, interesting. So, just with Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, our boy was able to have over 100k defense. That's not bad. Again, he's not the most impressive because it is still going to take a number of super attacks for him to build that up, right? I think he's just going to be a lot better probably on the fusion and time travel, or excuse me, on the time travel and hybrid Saiyan team. There's going to be better fits for him, but, you know, ironically, the fusion team is the one team that does really need him more, right? It's just he's going to look better on some of those other teams because, like, his main attack link is Brainiacs, which the 40% support time traveler Mai has, right? So, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and head over to that time traveler team and take a look at our girl Mai. Get, you know, 40% plus Brainiacs, pretty good. All right, guys, so now we're over here on the Time Traveler team. We are in the Cooler event. So, I guess, okay, so the one link that they should have right there, I believe, is Saiyan Warrior Race. That's another link that GOHANKS has. You know, I'm kind of just, like, seeing how solid he is on a couple of these teams. Then we'll really try and max him out once we head over to the Hybrid Saiyan team. That future Gohan team has become real good. Okay, so here was GOHANKS. Just a shade under 1 million right here. Okay, we did get the additional super attack. There, his attack stack does jump up considerably. His defense will go up quite a bit as well, right? So that's with 2 buffs. Remember, he gets 20% attack and defense every time he supers, up to 80%. Like, see, I could imagine him Dokkan Awakened. Like, if he had, like, 100% attack and defense start a turn, and then, like, his extra, like, attack and defense will go up to 100% or something like that. I feel like that would be really, really good. For this Gohan. So here, I'm going to not super attack with the Goku Blacks right there. To just sort of hang tight with this Cooler, right? Because again, like GOHANKS, he's going to need some time to build up. He's not one of these units that's going to come flying out of the gate doing crazy damage. But, you know, sealing is something that's still really good. And especially if you're rocking Xeno Gotenks as well. Alright, so there we go. We get 1 additional super attack. Dokkan events are so weak nowadays. You get like 1 additional super, and it's just like you destroy like the boss. Like, look at that. Crazy. Like, I know Supreme Kai of Time was on rotation, but like that Goku Black had no links active, dude. Okay, here we go. So now he's linked up with Mai, so his attack stat should jump up quite a bit right here. What is whoa, his defense at 170k? That's not bad, because he's still got, what, 2 super attacks left in him? Obviously, there's a really good rotation with multiple support-type units, but, oh, you know what it is? I know why. Because Mai has Brainiacs, right, which is 10% attack and defense. Mai also has Cold Judgment, doesn't she? Yes, she does, and that's a 20% defensive link. So, you get these two together, yeah. So, 170k defense and a 1.5 million attack stat right there, that ain't light. That's pretty good. And this next turn, we're going to have his best attack stat as well. Well, you know, at least for this team right now with Supremo Pi of Time on rotation, as well as Mai. And then he's going to have all 4 of his super attacks having gotten off, so he's going to have his full attack and defensive buff. So, yeah, he's not bad. Again, it's just you got to get the right units around him. He is going to be good with a lot of different Trunks units, though, because there's a lot of these Trunks units that have got Cold Judgment, right? That's a pretty common link on Time Travelers, and maybe not just only Trunks units, right? But a lot of different Dragon Ball Heroes units, I believe, have Cold Judgment, right? Let me quickly take a double look at the... Yeah, Golden Cooler has it. Fu has it. Yep. Supremo Pi of Time has got it. Sealess has it. A lot of those Dragon Ball Heroes units have got Cold Judgment. Yep. Okay. That's what I remembered as well. Okay. Of course. Do we get extra? No. Okay. So, let's see what our boy, what is his defense at? 200k! Wow. That's not bad. I mean, that's a lot of support on rotation, right? Both of these 2 ladies give monster support, but still, that's pretty interesting right there. What are we jumping up to? 1.77. With a 200k defensive stat. That's pretty good. That's quite good. That is quite good. Okay. We saw that. Let me move now over to the Hybrid Saiyan team, where we can have our boy get a little buff from LRB Pan, huh? Alright, guys. So now we are over here on the Hybrid Saiyan / Student and Bond Master team. So all we got to do here because, of course, we have the 50% Gohan. Gotta love our boy 50% Gohan. Actually, I can go ahead and just let him super first. Not a big deal, but, you know, that way we'll get him in between. He doesn't have any links with B-Pan, though, so it's not really a big deal. So he is fully built up. I also should point out that I had AGL Pan super attack the turn before, right? AGL Pan has a similar effect to LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, where AGL Pan will give us a 2-turn attack buff on her super attack, right? That little 25% attack buff lasts for 2 turns. So that's actually going to give our boy GOHANKS here a little bit of a higher attack stat. Now, with Int Gohan here, he is giving 50% to GOHANKS. Plus, I believe he does have Saiyan Warrior Race as well, which is only plus 700, but it's still something. Plus LRB Pan, we should be above 2 million. Yep, 2.17 million. I'll take that. This guy's not bad. He's not bad. He's not bad. Of course, you do want to set him up in the right situation, but he could definitely do very, very solid damage, and I think he could be a pretty good defensive option as well. So this GOHANKS unit is solid. All the Heroes units that get released pretty much nowadays are solid. Well, I mean, most of the units in general that come out nowadays are pretty solid, right? So, okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at his details now. GOHANKS, the fusion of Gohan and Trunks. Alright, so this is Fused Warrior on a Mission, GOHANKS Xeno. I love how they got the Xeno. Okay. His leader skill is Super Int Type Key 3 and 70% to stats, so nothing too crazy, although I suppose if you're like a new player or something like that, the leader skill could be useful for like Battlefield. His super attack is the Explosive Fire Cutter, which does supreme damage and seals super attack, so always nice to have more sealing units. His passive skill, Gohan and Trunks' Power, gives him 70% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets an additional 20% attack and defense with every super attack performed, up to 80%. And then he launches a guaranteed additional super attack when the enemy has attack down. So, any attack-lowering allies would be really useful with this GOHANKS right here. Because, if he's popping out double supers left and right, he'll build up his passive faster, and then he'll just be doing good damage, right? His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Saiyan Lineage, Brainiacs, Shocking Speed, Fused Fighter, and Cold Judgment. So his links are going to work pretty well, I think, for the Fusion team. I mean, obviously, Over in a Flash, I guess, will probably be ideal with all those Over in a Flash units. But, we'll see what'll happen. Because, if they decide to release, like, an LR Gotenks, and you need to keep him at a certain key threshold again in the future, it could be good that this guy's only got, like, Fused Fighter and Shocking Speed. His 12 key multiplier is 130%, which is really bad. But, his passive is really good, which allows him to do that really decent damage. And then he is on a couple of different category teams here. So, number 1, he's on the Fusion team, which really badly needs it. They don't get buffs too often at all. So, I mean, look, in this calendar year, we only got this free-to-play Gotenks, free-to-play STR Gogeta, free-to-play Gotenks, free-to-play Gotenks, and then the Xeno Gotenks, and now Xeno GOHANKS. So, but we are going to get LR Blue Gogeta soon, right? Then he's over here on the Hybrid Saiyan team as well, which is good. Hybrid Saiyan gets a lot of buffs, and it's definitely a lot better than it used to be. Then he's down here on the Time Traveler team. Time Traveler has a ridiculous roster. All the Heroes units are pretty much on there, making it just like a crazy team. And then finally, he is on the Dragon Ball Heroes team. We did not look at him on that team today because no one runs Fu. So, been a while since I've seen a Fu friend to run. So, oh well. Here's our boy GOHANKS. Pretty solid unit. Thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll catch y'all next time.